Back from Samuel. Toners, and they told me that Hi Gem Gems, welcome back to my channel. Today's gonna be kind of like a self-care reset day where I just wind down and kind of do what I like. Also reset my apartment because it is so messy. This morning I actually had a house call. I was hoping that today was just gonna be no work type of day, but I did get a house call inquiry, so I just did it. So I actually booked myself a head spa and body massage. So that's gonna be my first activity of the day. Usually I hate stepping out my apartment and I honestly love being home. This is probably gonna be the only outside activity that I'm doing today. I do have to get ready, and every time I do a self-care video I always show you guys everything that I've been using. When I do like a light makeup, I've been going back to this tinted sunscreen. I like to mix this with my usual foundation, and this is the Dior Forever Glow foundation, so it has like a nice tint. I've been so busy recently, so my apartment is a mess. I just have a lot of things to like throw out, and I have to do the dishes, I have to vacuum, I have to clean the bathroom. Usually I do hire a cleaner every month to thoroughly clean my house because I'm not the best at cleaning, but today I do want to try just clean as much as possible. For the concealer, I've been using the Luna concealer. It has like really good coverage, but it's a little drying sometimes. For the eyebrows, I'm using the S4 eyebrow pencil. I have literally every single color. I really like the different varieties of color because I do like to bleach my eyebrows. Oh, and I think I'll do that today because it's kind of getting like back to black. We're also thinking about doing a Spill Polish season 2. So if you guys don't know what this is, it was a podcast that I did like last year where we had like guests on and I was like doing their nails while talking to them. I was like looking at all the feedback and some people were saying it was boring, and honestly I would watch back and be like, yeah, it is kind of boring because I feel like we weren't as like open and it wasn't super raw. But I think like this season we want to talk about literally everything. And this time I won't be doing nails because also a reason why I think it was boring was because I was doing something while I was trying to talk and host the show, because I cannot multitask for life. So we might do another season of that, but this time instead of having guests on every episode, it's just gonna be me and Lucy just talking about our girly things. I'm done getting ready and I have to leave soon, but I'm gonna do finishing touch. This is the Hera Sensual Nude Gloss in Speechless, kind of like a burnt orange brown. I'm gonna carry this back from Samuel Ondo. Let's head to the spa. Oh my god, guys, I got lost. I'm gonna be a little late, like 3 minutes. Alright, so I spent most of the day cleaning my apartment, and I also filmed a few videos as well. So I did a little bit of work. I am super hungry because I haven't eaten anything today besides the frozen yogurt. So today I'm gonna make udon and dumplings. The weather outside has been really nice, but for some reason I'm always cold. I think today I want something like super warm and nice and cozy. And my go-to is udon because I just put this udon soup base and it's like super easy to make. Today I'm gonna watch Netflix while I eat, and I never do that because I eat so fast, but today I'm gonna try to eat slower and like enjoy my time while I eat. I'm so excited!
두 번째 당근 고생했습니다.
I just came out of the shower. I didn't wash my hair because I already did the head spa today and my hair is pretty fresh. I just put on oil because I feel like the products that they use, like my hair is not really used to it, so my hair, it was a little bit rough. So I put some hair oil. ASMR. Now I'm just putting on some lotion. But before that, I wanted to show you guys what I use in the shower. For my body today, I used the scrub from House of Balance. This smells so good. I don't know how to describe the scent. It's a little like woody and the scent lasts so long. It's so strong, kind of like a perfume. So I always say this is like a perfume and a scrub. And then I also use this L'Occitane shower oil. I've been talking about it for years now. For those of you guys who haven't used it, it looks like oil, but you can lather it up and it turns into like a body wash. So it's like an oil and body wash in one, and it smells like vanilla almondy, but it also has like a soapy fresh scent to it. And then now it's time for lotion. My skin is feeling so dry. Actually, before lotion, I started using these body toners. It's really interesting because I haven't heard of body toners. Basically like super watery, like a toner. You just like put it on your body, and this specific one I'm using is like a zesty lemony scent. And to be honest, it doesn't really like moisturize your skin. I guess it kind of like preps your skin for the lotion or whatever toner is supposed to do for your face. That's what it does for your body. I always talk about this lotion. It's super hydrating. It's like a very like thick cream, and you can also use it for your face. And this is the only lotion that will ever hydrate my skin like this. I've tried so many different body lotions and none of it like really lasts. But because it's summer and my skin is a little less dry, I have been using the DMAF lotion, and as you can tell, it's like a little more watery, so it's perfect for the summer. Now it's time for skincare. Because it is a self-care day, I'm going to whip out my Medicube device. A lot of people ask me if this is effective, and I feel like it is. It's just that I get so lazy. So it's like not effective to the point where you will automatically notice a difference, but if you're consistent with it, it actually helps your skin absorb the products better. But it's like, I'm so lazy. So you're supposed to use the air shot mode like that, like not directly on your skin. And while I was in Korea, I actually visited the Medicube office and they told me this is how you do it. I only do it for 1 minute, and then I will use a toner pad. This one is from Max, and it is a peeling pad. It's supposed to exfoliate your skin. It has a smooth side and this rough exfoliating side. Recently my skin has been so sensitive, so I just use a smoother side. And it just feels so nice because it feels like all of my impurities and the dirt is like leaving my face. And I would like to think that I took off all the makeup, but there's still some makeup left, which is crazy. This is why I get breakouts. Now I use this serum. It's a bubble serum. So basically it bubbles up like this. You layer on 5 to 15 times. Basically what this does is it targets the inner hydration. So not only the outer layer, but it also targets the inner layer of your skin barrier. So if your skin is super dehydrated, this is such a good serum. My skin soaks this up like a sponge. Put it on so many times. But you know, like at the end of the night, this is all absorbed. Booster.
Level 1, level 2, level 3.
I'll do level 3. This is a second serum I'm using. I started using this serum because I noticed that it helps brighten my skin, and I noticed the difference after I wake up. Now I actually started using the Rejuveron serum. I see this all over TikTok and social media, so I was like, it's probably good. But guys, I actually don't really see a difference after using it personally. It's very moisturizing for sure, but I feel like it doesn't have like crazy benefits. I don't know if it's just me. This is a sign to not trust all of the ads. As someone that does ads too, I kind of treat it as to advertise for the products that I really love using, and I do that most of the times. But sometimes I take on ads to kind of introduce the product. So I just want to let you know that all of the ads that you see on TikTok and Instagram from influencers, don't buy it because your favorite influencer is using it. Just kind of like see the benefits and see if your skin type is meant for that product, and then try it out, because I feel like there's so many skincare products out there. Not all of them work for every skin type. Just because someone says it's good doesn't mean it will be good for your skin. I'm using this PDRN essence. I really like this serum. I just like how milky and like thick it is, and it just works so well for my skin type, which is super dry. That is it for all the serums. Let me do this one more time. For the cream, I've been using the Have Blue Zinc Matcha Active Cream. I went to like an event where they explained the benefits of this, and I think they said it was good for acne prone skin. So I thought it was gonna be like a little bit drying, but actually it works so well for my dry skin as well. So I think this is a really good product. And I have like a pimple right here, so I started using this spot powder thing. I don't know if it actually works. I like recently started using it. Better than not using it. So skincare done. Before I go to sleep, I wanted to just journal a little bit. This is more of like a manifesting journal. In the past, I've always talked about like manifesting and achieving my goals. I used to always say that everything I write on this notebook becomes true. It always did for the past like few years, but I think this year I have reached my plateau in regards to like reaching my goals. I feel like it has been taking a lot longer, and it's been harder for me to focus on like which goals I'm going towards. Like in the past, I've always had just one or two things that I would hyper focus on, which is why I was able to achieve them, I think. But I realized that it's because I have so much on my plate. Like whereas when I was first starting out, I was just doing nails. The content was strictly just like on the side, but now I'm taking content more seriously while also running a nail salon, also become a nail artist myself and do more personal work. And at the same time, I have my yogurt store, which I'm actively working on. There's just a lot. Now there's more goals, and I think that's why it's been so hard to like navigate my goals. And honestly, that's why I stopped writing down my goals for a while, because I just didn't know like where to even start. But today I'm just gonna sit down and try to write down what my goals are. So let's do it together. Before I go to sleep, I actually have one more thing that I have to do, which is bleaching my brows. I actually have been needing to do this. The brow bleach that I use is from this brand, and the reason why I bleach my brows is because I feel like it gives me like a softer image. My eyebrows are like kind of brown right now because the bleach is still there, but I prefer it like super light brown. It comes with these two packets. If you ever bleach your brows for the first time, make sure to keep checking and not over bleach, because that's what I did the first time. But you have to make sure to put enough bleach. I look insane. And this is the bleach brows. Thank you guys so much for spending the day with me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!